I like that. Somebody talk to me about this intro. It's pretty fly. My homeboy Shafiq Hussein. A lot of people were asking, what is that music in the beginning? I saw that on YouTube. I saw that on Facebook, Twitter. Shafiq Hussein is a record producer. Produced a lot of stuff for a lot of people. He has a group called Sarah. But he also produced Erykah Badu. You know, America, that first one. You know, he produced a lion's share of that. So, major producer, decided to give us a little music for the So What Morning Show. Welcome to the second show of 2013. Back in the building with the gang. DJ Mr. Number Wonderful in the house with us right now. And, of course, back to normal, you know, the normal get down for Jeff Brown. He is late. It's just, you know, kind of how he does. And we appreciate his lateness. It gives us a time to talk without... Can I say something? Okay, Jeff, shit. Well, we're happy that he's not here right now, but he's on his way. So we have a little bit of time to talk. I want to introduce, of course, my co-host, the incomparable Words of Wisdom, the old tree. He's an int. And we're very, very pleased to have him here week after week. He doesn't have to be here. He's really just, you know, loitering in a way. No, anyway, good friend of mine, Dr. Mark Goulston in the building, author of Just Listen and Real Influence. I'm telling you, those two books are blowing up. Welcome to the show again, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing terrific. I wouldn't miss this show for the world. By the way, I won't be here next week.
Wow. And the world is over. Jesus. But no, that's okay. You'll be back. And of course, someone has returned to the show because I felt like we didn't give her enough time last week. And the time that we did give her was so good, I wanted to bring her back so we can expound on what it is that she does. Please welcome to the So What Morning Show, Kibibi Springs, lifeonsprings.com. What's happening?
What's happening? Thanks for having me back.
Hey, you know, really quickly, can you run down just, you know, for the people who may have not seen last week's show, by the way, thank you for all the views, YouTube, rmconair.com, the show was great. Break down really quickly your expertise, what it is you do, and how you can help someone, say someone is starting a business and, you know, jumping into entrepreneurialism. Tell them what you do and how you can maximize their ability to brand whatever it is they're trying to do.
Okay. I consider myself to be a lifestyle coach. So I deal with your entire lifestyle. That's your work life, your personal life, your purpose in life.
I need coaching.
We all do.
I'm out of pocket.
We all do. I wrote an article a while back that says everybody needs a coach, and I think that's definitely true.
Really?
There are spots in your life that you have blind spots, and you need someone else to be your eyes and see things you can't see and lead you to them.
Can you define what a blind spot is, just for the layman?
Sure. A blind spot is...
like a blind spot in someone's life.
Let's say you have a habit. We all have habits. Mm-hmm. They're not necessarily good for us. Your blind spot would be not recognizing that habit is not good for you.
So the habit could be unconscious.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. All right.
So
you would identify that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And give them steps on how
to overcome that, to how to create a new pattern.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I got a gang of blind spots.
We all have blind spots. That's the first thing, is to, you know, recognize that no one's perfect. You're not perfect. If you're out there thinking you're perfect, you're not. Someone sees your blind spots, and the best thing you can do is to go and work with someone to identify them. If you're concerned about growing and getting better,
wow,
that's what
would you say
evolution is.
And this is for the doc and you. Would you say that blind spots are highly visible in intimate relationships?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, in intimate relationships, you actually marry each other's personalities. I mean, when you live under the same roof, you're trying to combine personalities, and the problem is when you fall in love, you think it's going to be wonderful, and then when you get to know each other, you start competing for personality space. And then one person tries to push the other one out, and then the blind spot becomes like a bull in a china shop, and you break all the china, and there goes your relationship.
Kibibi, how do you get one to see a blind spot that has been up to that point invisible?
Typically, if I'm talking to someone about their patterns, their habits, how they go about their day, and a good question to ask is, how does that work for you?
Wow. How's that been working?
Yeah. If
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
if someone can identify, yeah, that's actually not worked out quite the way I've panned it out to. I keep doing the same thing. They say, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and not getting any results or the results that you want. So if I can lead someone to understand and see their own blind spot, then we've got the opening to how it, let's create a change that will make that better. Let's get the result you want.
So say you got someone to see that their blind spot was, say, either impatience or what's the other word for just putting things off? It leaves me right now.
Procrastination.
Procrastination,
Yes.
right. How would you then get them to see that they're a procrastinator, and then what steps would you take to get them, once they've seen it, what would be the plan to get them back on track?
Okay, procrastination, love that one because we all procrastinate a little bit or a lot. So the first step is, are you getting the kind of results that you want right now? If no, let's look at your work habits. Why did you put that off to the last minute? What do you really value about that particular task, objective, goal that you have in mind? And if you value it, why are you putting it off to the last minute? Why aren't you giving it the love and care that it needs to succeed?
So Kibibi Springs, you're like a personal mirror, because the questions that you're positioning are really putting it back on the person to see.
Yes, I mean,
right?
you can't, you can only coach someone as much as they're willing to be coached. So you must reflect first.
I just picked up a blind spot for Kibibi, and sometimes blind spots are good spots, and you got to come from them. I've known Kibibi for a bunch of years, and she's just terrific. And not all coaches are alike. And what I like about Kibibi is what allows her to point out your blind spots is when you're with her, you feel she actually accepts you as a person and believes in you. And when you feel someone accepts you as a person and believes in you, you will let them say things to you that might be hard to hear from someone who doesn't accept you or believe in you. And I think, that's something you just take for granted, Kibibi, because that's just who you are. But I think that's part of your special sauce.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Her special sauce, even.
Speaking of saucy people.
Gee, the doc is out of pocket right now. That's part of your special sauce, even. I like to call it the yogurt box, but I don't know if the doc has visited there. But anyway, that's something else. Anyway, let me ask Kibibi this question really quickly. Under what circumstances would someone seek to use your services? Why would somebody say, I need Kibibi Springs as my personal coach?
Okay, so
Look,
my personal favorite.
Special sauce lady. That's what they're saying in the chat room.
My personal favorite are people who are looking for a little more balance in their life. They're working and they get to that point. Everyone gets to this point where you're working your job and you go, is this it? This is all life is about. I go to work every day. I'm not really inspired by what I'm doing. There are things I used to love to do. I don't have time to do those anymore, so I help them rebalance and reshuffle their priorities based off of what they value. The second area would be someone who is going through an extreme amount of work stress. Either they're being bullied in the workplace or they have an environment that they're not able to control and they're taking all of that stress home. Again,
let's go deeper.
All right.
The bullying and taking stuff home, and give me a scenario and a situation where that would break a person down. And then would need someone like you to help them come out of that.
Okay, so workplace bullying has become, it's been around forever, but it's becoming more and more of a challenge because it really does break down your self-esteem. If someone is applying pressure to you every day that is unreasonable or just being generally nasty, that is deteriorating your sense of self-worth if you let it. It's deteriorating your energy.
Or you become worth the amount that you're getting paid to tolerate it, right?
People think that, they can be paid any amount of money to take on someone else's crap. That is not true. Eventually, you'll come to a point where the money is not worth the pain.
Wow, wow. That's awesome. That's Jeff Brown in the background, tussling and hugging other friends.
Oh, wow.
Glad to have him. No, you gonna come over here, Jeff. Come over here on that edge, right there. Come on. And he's scooting around.
I'm used to him being on my right side.
You're about to have hell, and you're about to.
I'm kind of unguarded here.
It's about to be
my pattern here.
It's about to be hot water cornbread on your side.
This is the studious Jeff Brown without a hat. I mean, you look like you actually have a job to go to.
Oh no, this is Jeff Brown that you just don't get to see all the time.
He said, "You look like you have a job."
That's hilarious. No, this is the normal Jeff Brown.
You know, if you don't swear today, I have people looking in.
Jeff, listen, Mark is trying to sell this show, and you have to contain yourself, Lemur.
Man, Lemur. That's so funny. All right, well,
I'll be good. Yeah,
I will do what.
No, go back to being funny.
No, but let me just do this though. Really, the truth is, Kibibi Springs is here, and she's really enlightening us on what it is that she does specifically for people who are in the workplace, right? Or trying to get in the workplace or trying to start their own business. She's like an etiquette professional coach, life coach, you know? She's like your personal mirror.
Right.
She reflects back the bullshit that you refuse to see.
Exactly.
So Jeff Brown has a lot of bullshit in him. Can we get you
But I see most of it. I see it all. I happen to enjoy it. I happen to enjoy my bovine feces.
He's proud of it. Forget it.
Yes. I don't see. You know, I have an attitude problem, but it's small. Is what I like to say.
Jeff,
I don't see the issue.
Can you tell the truth for once? You have an attitude problem, but it's small.
You know what? My wife has the perfect name for me.
What is it?
Prince Hakeem.
Ah.
I am Prince Hakeem. And
Wipers.
That's it. And you know what the problem is? When I grew up, God bless my family, they treated me as much like a prince as a poor black family could. Absolutely. My Christmases were fantastic because my Uncle Bobby had a bunch of girlfriends.
Here come one of them. Here come an Uncle Bobby story.
Yeah. Oh, I got a bunch of Uncle Bobby stories. They were all vying to be number one, so they would all buy me lots of stuff. Like one year I got 4 racetracks, and my mother was like, we got to take this back. I was like, I set up all 4 of them racetracks in the basement. You couldn't even walk. It was just, it took a slot car a minute and a half to run a racetrack. Now, anybody out there that run slot cars knows that's a long time.
Right.
So, I've always thought more. I've always thought I deserve more.
So you're an elitist.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
And a snob.
And a snob.
And a snob.
Indeed. So let's do this.
I don't have any problems at work.
But let me just say this. Are you the type of employee that can take a lot of pressure from your boss? Say your boss is bullying you. Say your boss is trying to demean you. He's trying to really aggrandize his position above you. Are you the type of employee that can handle that professionally over a sustained amount of time?
I am the type of employee.
This is where you come in, Khabib.
That from that angle probably would not need your help, which is because I don't do.
We need the police.
No. That's you talking about the nigga I have behind the glass case. There's a nigga in there that's you touch my kids, you mess with my money, you'll see him. But as far as a boss, no, I'm generally very good at having a nice little cup of their shortcomings handy, and I know just how I flick it. So I don't have the problems other people have at work. I never have. I really because
I shortcomings.
I understand what I'm here for. I am here to get my money and go to the house, and it's a bad idea because generally the person is trying to make you feel bad somehow feels personally inferior to you, and often they are right. If you inferior to me and you come at me on some BS, we both gonna leave here with our heads hung in shame.
So let me ask Kibibi this final question here. What strategies do you advise people to use to cope and or address workplace bullying, and not only just the bullying aspect, but the stress that comes with it? How would you be able to guide them through this process?
The first thing I say is take personal responsibility. So when you're building your professional brand, I love what Jeff said about, he's obviously got a high self-esteem. No one's going to break him down. He knows what he goes to work for. So that's where you start. You know what your purpose is there every day. And if someone is badgering you over things that have nothing to do with your purpose and you can keep that rolling, then you can do that. You can buffer that pressure that way. Another way I always say is, have a CeeLo fund, a forget you fund. So that you feel confident that if something in this environment doesn't go right, you can leave. You can leave and be financially comfortable. Going to work and feeling that, this is your livelihood depends on this paycheck is you're adding more stress to yourself than the environment is adding onto you.
I see a couple of, I don't know if I want to, a couple of hiccups with what you just said. Okay. First off, you got to be making some paper at work to even afford Kibibi. Yeah, you got to be. So if you working out, you out there, you working, you assistant manager.
This is the meat they sell at Goulston's.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. She. If you out there assistant manager at Hot Dog on a Stick, she is not talking to you.
No.
You need to go to work and take what they're giving you and just take your anxiety out when you're making that lemonade. I swear to God, I can't stand it. That's all you can't. She's talking about in order to have FU money, you got to have a FU money type job.
Right.
A lot of people ain't got that.
Right.
See, for me, I actually I work a day job. I'm a concierge at the Biltmore Hotel. It is a wheel in my machine because there's other things I'm trying to do. So there's a lot of BS that goes on down there that I go, you know what? I'm good with that because I'm here for the 7th and the 22nd. That's when we get
it fits your agenda.
It fits. You have to understand that your job, your livelihood is only a piece in your machine. And what a lot of people do is they make that the machine.
Right.
And they live for it and they die for it. And oh my God, we're out of paper clips. I'm not one of those people.
Well,
I love it.
Something you can do with bullies. We've actually talked about this in other shows. Inside all bullies is fear. And if you can know that fear lives inside, what's the fear? The fear inside a lot of bullies is that you're going to find out that they're missing a few inside their head. They're not competent. They're trying to use that bullying to keep you off the scent. A lot of men do this with women in the workplace. And so if they can keep you off the scent so you don't smell a rat, maybe they can then go BS with the other guys who have the same exact kind of mindset. So if you know that fear is underneath it, then part of what Jeff says and what Kibibi says is when you're dealing with a bully, first of all, never expect them to not bully you when they want something or you ask them to do something you don't want to do. So hold a little bit of yourself back when they're going to bully you, and then when they do it, you're not taking it between the eyes. And what you want to do is stare them in the eyes, because if they see that you're looking away anywhere else, they know they got you, and then you're running and you're panicking and they're going to go for the jugular. But if you can just stare them in the eye with a puzzle, not a condescending look, a puzzled look, like, and then after they finish, I coach a lot of people to become a big brother, a big sister, and have that loving but confrontational voice that says, "What was that about? What was that all about?" And what'll happen is, when they see they can't provoke you, they'll go on and on, but you won't be provoked. And you say, "And that too. I mean, what are you so upset about?" And what'll happen is they will start to open up. But you got to be looking at the eye of the hurricane. In the middle of the storm is fear that they'll be found out in some way.
Wow, we hope this information has helped you in your relationship and work troubles. Hopefully somebody could take some of this information back to the job site and be able to make their relationship. This is what I always tell people. Just because you're at work doesn't mean you're not in relationship. You're in relationship with your coworkers.
Every human being on the earth.
Period. So a lot of times people think they don't have to maintain that relationship like they do an intimate one. But,
absolutely.
But relationships make you a maintenance man or woman. That's how they stay fit. That's how they stay healthy. It's your maintenance. And typically your maintenance has more to do with you than it does with other people. You're not giving other people tune-ups. you're giving yourself tune-ups.
That's a very good point. One of the things I tell people is if someone in the workplace is aggravating you, you're observing them, you see them bullying other people, I run towards that. If there's something in someone that just doesn't jive with me, the best thing you can do is take that person out to lunch, for coffee, get inside their world. I guarantee by the time you finish and you understand a little bit about how they operate on a personal level, you'll see them in a different light. And they won't treat you the way they treat other people because you've taken the time to get to know them.
Okay, so this is what I got to do right now. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about porn addiction. So get your dildos out, KY jelly, all the things you need to lubricate your lives. And we're about to get into some
talk porno.
I'm saying, let's talk porno. I mean, is it ruining your relationships? Is it making your relationships better? Is it an intimacy igniter, or can it put the fire out?
Yeah, call us and disguise your voice.
I mean, yeah, 323-965-1600. Once again, 323-965-1600. I'm saying, do you know somebody who watches porn at work?
This is Ramon. I like the pornos. I like the pornos with the girls that touch each other. I like it like that. Hit it, spank it, flip it. I like it. Who is the light-skinned girl touching the buttons? I like her.
Touching the buttons?
She's touching the buttons and trying to ignore me looking into her left ear. Or is that her right ear? Oh my goodness. I get left and right mixed up when I'm aroused.
Let me do this before we go to break. Can I ask Travis Bickle to show up? Does Travis Bickle watch porn? What kind of porn does
when he gets
when we come back? Travis Bickle will tell us what his favorite porn style is. This is going to be great. I'll be back at 2.2. Zoe Williams, Zoe What Morning Show. We'll be back. Holla. DJ, Mr. Number Wonderful. That is an incredible mix. Jeez. Now, where does he find like these weird avant-garde? That's Marvin Gaye, salsa, calypso. I mean, Trinidad. I don't know what mix that is, but it's awesome. Thank you for the music, man. We appreciate the vibes that you bring in here. Again, our topic now. We've got a nice little crew of people in here, and we're going to have to get into this. Does porn make our relationships better or worse? Now, I have some very interesting questions here, and I'm just going to rattle them off. People on my Facebook page, and again, if you want to join me on any of my social network stuff, just text ZO to 90210. You'll get my Twitter, my LinkedIn, my everything, Facebook, all of that, my personal email address. And soon we might be, well, I'm working on it right now, trying to put together some t-shirts. And then if you connect with us there, you'll be able to get t-shirts and all kind of stuff. So just get at us at ZO to 90210. It's just that simple. Text ZO to 90210. So let me hit you with some questions. Do any of you guys find pornographic material over or under stimulating? I mean, can you watch porno to so much that you're just numb to regular sex? Right? Does that happen? Or do you have the husband or the boyfriend or the girl or the woman who tries to mimic? I've done that before. You turn a porno on, you and your girl try to just do what they do. Isn't that a fun little game? I don't know. Somebody call us 323-965-1600. Now, here is my chief question though. Now, you know porn people, they get tested all the time. Every 30 days, they have to be tested. Do you think it would be safer to date someone in the porn industry than it would be to date a regular person who probably hasn't been tested in 5 years? Somebody talk to me right now. 323-965-1600. It's call to action. Would you date a porn person? A, they're experienced. You ain't got to teach them nothing. You definitely going to be serviced up. You going to get the underbody wash. You going to get all of that. You going to get the full detailed cleanup. Right?
They going to hit your undercarriage.
They're going to hit your undercarriage?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Travis Bickle?
How are you, man?
Travis, do you watch porn? And if so, what kind of porn do you watch, Travis?
You bet your ass I watch porn. You kidding me?
What kind of porn do you watch?
I look at porno as another sport. It's a sport. I mean, it's athletic. You got to be, you ain't got to be in shape. You watch some of this amateur mess. Holy mother of God. I saw this man with this woman, and it should be against the law for them to be within 50 feet of each other naked. Oh, my Lord. I almost threw up in my truck. Now, I tell you.
Not in the truck.
No, I'm telling you something. I mean, while we're sharing. There's nothing like, I don't know what y'all are feeding these black women, but I tell you something. You talk about a rump. Oh, good Lord. Some of them women got a turd cutter out of this world.
A turd cutter?
Good Lord. I like looking at black women. I like looking at black women. Honestly, I don't care too much for black men. But the way they put it on them women, Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord. I'm telling you. This dude's like he's digging for oil. I mean, Jesus.
What?
Sometimes I feel sorry for the girl. I'm like, hell, did she do something to you? Jesus Christ.
Again, that's some of the information that's coming out of the porn industry is that there are porn injuries to some of the actresses.
I'll bet you there are. Tell you what. You let me take something looking like a petrified cucumber and come at you with it. I bet you I hurt you. I bet you. Hit some women in there, ruptured spleens. Hey, I'm telling you, just digging up in there, just hitting your organs, shifting your kidneys around like that. That cannot be healthy.
Some of the fans have questioned you, Mr. Bickle, and they've said that maybe you watch animal porn. Is that a stereotypical assumption of you?
That's a drastic stereotypical assumption. However, it happens to be correct.
I mean, why is it so taboo in our society?
I don't know. If a woman can take a horse, let her take the horse. I mean, Who's the victim? The horse don't mind.
Oh, damn. Okay, enough of you. Doc, talk to me about this porn taboo. Is it good for our relationships or is it bad? I mean, how can it enhance our relationships
What do you
and how
think
can it
about
break
this?
it down?
I think porn is only healthy when you're watching it with someone.
Oh.
Because when you're just watching on your own, you go into a fantasy life. And here is, okay, this isn't so funny, but I'll try. This is the pull of porn. There's a pull of porn. Because what happens is, what porn does to people, especially guys, is it gives you an adrenaline rush, just the idea you're going to be doing it. So that adrenaline clears up your ADD. So you may not be focused at work, but you're focused on getting onto that porn site.
That's true.
And so a lot of people, when they feel focused, they feel powerful. So the pull of porn is that what happens is you get this adrenaline rush, clears up your ADD. You don't feel so powerless and unfocused. And then when you jerk off, you feel relief, and there's this rush of endorphins, this just sense of well-being. And so what happens is you do that over and over again. You become addicted to it. It's kind of like drugs. I wrote something a few weeks ago called "Drugs Are the New Parents," and that if you didn't have a parent who could pump you up and make you feel strong, cocaine might appeal to you. And if you didn't have a loving mom who could comfort you, you might like the downers.
Let me ask you this, Doc. Can you cheat on your partner with porn? Sounds like it.
I think if your fantasies in your mind are just turning more and more towards the porn than your partner, then you're cheating your partner.
Whoa.
Okay.
Now wait just a goddamn minute.
Bickle, you back?
No. I just, whoa. Okay.
Well, you can say we can do it in moderation.
Dude, I lucked out. Okay. Baby, I love you. I'm going to put this out there. My wife, we watch porn together. Okay. I also watch porn by myself. I don't see where my fantasies are now on trial. Whatever's going on in here.
No, but if your fantasy is so strong that you can't even when you're with your wife, there's nothing other than quickie sex that has no feelings, but you have this deep fantasy about the porn you're watching. Well, then it shifted over. No, you can have fantasies. I mean, porn plays to your fantasy.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, this may run across racial lines, but I'm gonna share some wisdom that I got from my Uncle Junior. He said, "Boy, never ever make love to your woman when you are tired, hungry, or disinterested. Always make love to your woman like this is the last time. Because one of these times is going to be.
Yeah,
and
so that's
nobody
why
wants to leave the earth on a lazy screw."
Well, that's why you should slack.
That's brilliant.
No, that's not brilliant. I would slack then.
Are you kidding?
Because if I'm doing my best all the time, just so at one point you gonna leave anyway, you're not gonna get all my best. I'm gonna be giving you 2 and 3 minute just slushy penis. I'm just gonna.
Dude, that's horrible. And then you get hit by a bus.
Yeah, just
no.
Listen,
I go to work. There's a little child
if they're
clock.
gonna leave anyway,
It's a time clock by my desk, by my bed. There's a clink clink.
it's like playing chess.
Dude, I'm there. I'm committed. I'm 135%.
I'm a therapist. I've seen people who are hooked on porn over the years, and one of the things that some of the guys say, it's kind of sad, is they say it's not so much the sex, it's that the woman is smiling at me. I can't remember the last time my wife smiled at me. I can't remember the last time I felt enjoyed at home. I'm just kind of
Well, you messing with a horrible broad then.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's a big problem.
Khabib,
Yes.
do you watch porn?
Dad earmuffs. Yes.
Dad earmuffs. Is that a type of porn?
Is that a star?
If my dad is watching, I'm telling him to put his earmuffs on.
Yes, but
Yes.
I mean, how does it enhance? Do you learn from it? Is it a tutorial?
I had a question for the doc because you say it's addictive, but you mentioned men. Do you think it's addictive for women? Because I think for women, it's more of an accessory.
Oh, it's like a bag.
One
It's
of
a
the things
clutch.
in the toolbox that
Well, yeah, because y'all porn, and forgive me, Doc. See, women women are in a different space most times with sex. Y'all require sex and candles, sex and a nice area.
The accoutrement.
That's
yes.
A dude just need room. That's all he need is room. Is there enough room in here for me and her?
I don't think women live for sex sometimes like men. I remember I remember I was on a show once with not someone as funny as these guys, but I said to the
look at her. She disagrees with you. She's like, you don't know no women that never had their hair sweated out there.
Right.
Like I said, I'm just the ignorant white guy in the show. So
apparently,
yeah.
But I heard someone say that men think about sex as often as women think about their children.
Okay.
And I was on another radio show, and the host said, I didn't think women thought about their children that much.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, please call in. Ladies, I want to hear from ladies who are as addicted to porn and enjoy it the way we do. And not just porn, sex. How does porn, how is porn an accessory to you, Kibibi? Please let these people know. You said it was an accessory.
It's a stimulant. If you're single or you're in between dates, that's something you can call on that will make sure that things are happening besides your imagination.
Wow.
See?
Wow. Okay,
she needs her own show.
I think so. Or she needs her own private consultation with Zometheus Rising. Anyway. No, but on a real note, she asked a very poignant question. Are men susceptible to being more addicted than women are? I mean, are there any stats that back that? Is there any empirical evidence that supports that?
I think the tide is shifting because I think a lot of women are getting fed up with men. And so there's an idea, well, if it helps relax me, if it helps relieve me, if it helps whatever, I think women, I don't know if it's an addiction so much it's both a stimulant, but it is just something to sort of let the stress out. I think men are more addicted because it is like that thing. I think we had some disagreement in the room here that about maybe some women live for sex, but I think for a lot of men, sex is kind of on their mind. What's an interesting thing is if you we talk about the corporate world. This happens all the time. A bunch of guys talking, and a beautiful woman walks by, and on cue, they all stop talking and they look.
That's because men are affected by women physically. Women are affected by men emotionally.
Yeah.
All we have to do is lock into your feeling and you're putty.
No, but I think for women now, what's happening is
who disagrees with that?
No, they're also attracted physically because a lot of women will say, "Look at that guy." So it's both physically and emotion. So it's all getting kind of mixed.
Oh yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something. They lie to you. I can see it on Kibibi's face. Okay, Kibibi.
No, you see the veil. Yeah. I see the veil.
Oh yeah. You ain't got to give his name out. But look at her. It's that one dude, you can't take him no damn well. You can't take, he to just eat his food with his fingers.
She don't even know his last name.
Don't know his real name. Call him Mookie. You know who I'm talking about. Look at her. But when you get Mookie, and Mookie always need a ride. Mookie ain't even got a car. But that ain't why you with Mookie. Because Mookie got a leather kickstand in his pants, and he know exactly what he doing with it. He know exactly what he doing with it. Oh, my God. It's been some times you need to take a sick day when he got through.
Jeff,
I'm telling you.
Jeff, what does Kibibi have to do to get ready for Mookie? What is she? Because she know Mookie ain't the dude she gonna marry, but Mookie is the dude that tears it down. What does she have to do to get ready for Mookie?
Well, the first thing she got to do is make sure that nobody else is coming by her place when Mookie's there. She got to make sure ain't nobody gonna drive by. Ain't nobody gonna even see Mookie. She knows she got that dude. For the first few weeks they was together, she had to put away her valuables before Mookie came over. You got to put away anything look like. You put my valuables up.
Let me put up this remote.
Let me put this, yeah. Let me have some PlayStation and some Doritos here. As soon as he finished that bag of Doritos, it's on. And when she first started, she got the family bag of Doritos. but it take time to finish that. As the relationship progressed, she started getting them little kitty packet burritos, the Doritos, so he can be finished.
They can be finished.
Yeah. You need to hurry up with them Doritos, pimp. Okay, you can get to the next level of doom after you get through with this here.
Wow.
Yes, and it's that's Dr. Mark, if I may make this observation, there are not a lot. Well, yes, black women jump the fence for white men out of necessity. White women jump the fence for black men for recreation. They go on the Magic Mountain. They are going, yeah, that's what's up. That's
you know what's interesting
just
about
as
that?
a generalization, yes.
There is
We need some callers on that.
Right, there's a type of fetish. You're right, Doc. Call us 323-965-1600. Once again, that's 323-965-1600. There is a fetish out there called Mandingo parties, where a bunch of white women want that leather kickstand, that billy club. They want it.
That's right. They want you to come over and unfold that jump rope, pimp.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Unfold your jump rope, player.
Unfold your jump rope.
Dude got a folded jump rope in his pants.
No, this is a real situation. My thing is this. I would think in today's society, because of the proliferation through the media, that we're becoming more and more hypersexual. So the younger kids are getting more and more hypersexual.
Yes.
And with that, I think porn is becoming more and more accepted. What do you guys think of that?
It is becoming more accepted, but I think what you're saying is people are getting more and more desensitized.
That's why
you have to go to
everything.
I mean,
Violence,
everything, movies, everything. And it kind of worries me, because then what happens is you reach a certain point where all you need to be is excited and stimulated, and people are no longer people. They're objects, and you start treating people like objects. You start doing bad things to them.
But isn't that what sex is about for the most part? For most people, I think we're at that threshold. It is a personal, goal-oriented kind of pursuit.
But see, we saying this like, okay, I just left the gym because I'm tired of this man baby I got up under this table. I want to get into fantastic shape again so that my wife can objectify me. The concept that objectification is bad, especially it ain't bad for dudes.
It's great for dudes, but for women, it's, hey, yogurt box, come on.
Yeah, they don't want it.
Screw that thing down up on this pole.
Let me tell you something. If you could tell a dude, when this is a great phone call. Zoe, I just left this girl house. I wore her ass out, and I guarantee you she's not going to call me. We love that. We love you cannot insult a man if you go, you know what? I'm only with you for your penis. You tell a woman, I'm only with you for the yogurt box.
That's true.
She's destroyed. She's destroyed.
I'm much more than that. The poetess disagrees.
The poetess disagrees because
she must speak on it then.
Yeah, you don't get to just shake your head.
You just don't get to shake your head.
To be dismissive. Oh, that's rubbish.
Who you are.
That's foolishness.
Come on, poetess. Come on.
Turn that
in.
camera on yourself.
That's right.
Loud.
We're not bullshitting right now. Come on in.
You do realize I haven't sworn once. I was just gonna throw that out there. I'm just gonna throw. I've said some suggestive.
He's
things.
keeping score.
And you're less funny.
Okay.
Oh, gaga.
Wow, that's I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
it was actually funny too, coming from the left side.
You know what? I'm gonna have to let his ass have it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
No, I miss you swearing because I can vicariously live through you, and I can think of myself as
it gives you a soapbox. It gives you a soapbox.
There you go.
I am not him.
But what we've done is move away from the poetess. That's what we've done.
Which is a mistake.
We
need to go back.
We want to hear what. See, there it is. Poetess. We need you to call.
That's right.
Come on, can you?
We need to hear from High Yellow Sweater Meat. That's yes.
We want to know.
What?
your opinion on what we're talking about. You disagree with what Jeff said. We want to hear what
borrow your mic, Jeff.
Yes, you may.
May I borrow
Grab
your
my
mic?
mic. Go grab the long black object.
You guys underestimate females. I mean,
Go deeper.
we have guys that we just use for sex that know that they ain't shit.
I just said that.
Okay.
But Kibibi did not confirm or deny. She's an agent.
Because she knows.
You, however.
Kibibi knows.
Look at that.
Kibibi, that's why she laughing, because she know that we can have those kind of relationships too. It isn't always that we get emotionally involved. I think when men are honest up front, then we know where to gauge.
Was Eddie Murphy right, though? When
What?
we get you to woo, that's when it's all done, and that's when it's said and done.
Yeah.
When the yogurt comes, don't run away now. Don't run from it. That's what the girl said in the porn. Don't run from it.
That's one of the risks you take. But
woo is a risk.
But women could maintain the same relationship.
Let me ask you this. This is for you and Kibibi. This is for you and Kibibi. After the woo, is it harder to disconnect emotionally?
Yes.
And with that said, do you now start the plan of making him your man?
No.
The dude with one name that you don't know, not the real name. The dude with the ponytail.
Look at your eyes. Look at her eyes. Keep thinking about that dude right now.
What is his...
I'm sorry, but I haven't had that in a long time, so I ain't thinking about... I can't even remember the last dude that made me do that.
But you know his... What's his thug name? Can we have his thug name? What was his...
I haven't messed with any thugs in years.
Poetess.
That's
What's
the problem.
Okay. Poet. Poetess is giving up jewels.
I can solve that with a phone call.
Oh, God.
We have to be attracted to you.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
I got a question. After the, I can't do it like
Call
that.
my boy Mark.
But after the whoa, who wants to go to sleep faster, men or women?
It depends.
Yes.
It depends.
It depends.
Poetess.
Dr. Mark, you ain't never.
Go deeper.
You telling me? No, you telling on yourself. You ain't never put a woman to sleep. Oh my God, we need to talk. I'm gonna have to help you out a couple.
Well, I don't know if you can help him out. I don't know.
I think it's something chemical that makes.
I don't think you could do it for him.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to hit the shout out to my boy Evan Lionel. He said, if she ain't cooking for you, then you ain't hitting it right. You got to hit the cooking switch. It's a cooking switch in there. It's a cooking switch.
There's a button in there.
Yeah,
right?
brownies, but you got to be long enough to get in there and hit that cooking switch.
Wow.
He said brownies, pies come out, cakes come out. That's ain't my joke. That's Evan Lionel. What's up, dog? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can put him to sleep.
But my thing is, can we ask the women to validate that? Is that true, Kibibi? Have you ever been with a person where you knew in your mind, I'm not going above and beyond the call of duty with this penis?
Absolutely, but let me speak for the ladies who are progressive. We know from the gate you're either personal or professional. Professional would be, this is someone I want to marry. Personal is someone you want to play with. And you don't let those lines cross.
Whoa.
You telling me you ain't never had a dude?
I didn't like the way that was worded. I don't know.
I love the way that's
Hold
worded.
on. Professional.
That means I got a better shot with him than you two guys.
For real. Shit. Mr. White Folks is in the building right now.
I don't see how. We don't have a problem.
Women know
with
how to
it.
draw a line. You just won't know it.
We don't have a problem with it.
Say more about that. The lines.
Yes. Go deeper.
If you're there for play, you'll only get playthings when you come over.
That's who.
Please reveal the playthings that we get in that
Won't
little
reveal
gift
the playthings.
basket.
Yeah, what's in
But
your
if a
gift
woman's
basket?
serious, just like men do the same thing. You guys know the game. You do the same thing. You have your playthings. You have your serious things.
You know what? I think the ratio where the
So you guys can give diet intimacy based on the...
Go deep. What is diet intimacy?
Yeah.
What if you're lactose intolerant? Go on. Go deeper.
Diet intimacy is like, I'm going to give you just enough to get what I want out of it. I'm not giving you the real connectivity, the real, that's diet intimacy.
I don't want the real connectivity.
I do.
Dude, you got to be
Sometimes
kidding me.
you don't.
You want every chick. If you single, as a single dude, that's what a lot of women don't understand.
I'm an elitist.
All cooter
Cooter.
that does not end in a trip to the clinic, a trip to the jailhouse, or a trip to the morgue is a W. That's a W for a dude. If you, okay,
Are you saying most cooter ends in one of those 4 things?
I'm saying all bad cooter does.
Okay, good.
I'm saying if you get it and nothing else happens, all that happens is I get it. Dude, that's a W. Okay, we can't see each other no more. All right.
I have another great question, I think it is anyway. Do you think, because, and Doc, you can help me with this, as far as the fact of it, is it true that most women need clitoral stimulation in order to orgasm, right? We got poetess. Khabib is going to get in on this too.
Yeah, we need some people
because I've heard that
some clitori.
I've heard that most women. We got a caller, but I've heard that most women have a difficult time climaxing on penis alone. And with that said, do you think when a woman brings in a dildo and all these other gadgets, butterflies and little vibratory instruments to assist penile pumpage, right? I'm just saying, do you think that kind of turns a guy off or makes him feel a little inferior?
Well, that's why he pumps himself up with Viagra. So, you're gonna meet me with a toy, I'm gonna meet you with a pill.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
That's not
the doc
funny.
is 2 for 2 today.
No, I'm 0 for 1.
No, that's 2 for 2.
But we got a call. Let's
get the caller in. Caller, you're on the line right now. Talk to us about your porn endeavors.
Hello, this is Sean Breeze from Dallas, Texas.
How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. I just called to make a statement that it probably is safer to have sex with a porn star.
Yes.
The people that I know, the dudes, do not get regular checks. I get one every year at least, you know what I'm saying? I try to keep my numbers low, but the dudes that I know don't get regular checkups. And I feel that nowadays the black man has become an accessory for Caucasian or other races.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's your name again, brother? What's your name again?
Sean Breeze.
Sean Breeze. First off, let me give the number out again. The number to dial right now, please call us, 323 area code 965-1600. Sean.
Yes.
The poetess asked me to ask you. Oh, yeah, I throw people up under the bus. That's what I do. Bus action. I was just asked to, ask you about your preference. She felt the tone and the delivery was a
little buttery.
I like my women African American, black.
No, not that preference.
What? Oh, she wanted to start you a little ahead of her question. She wanted to know.
Am I gay?
Yeah, that's where she was coming.
Oh, hell no. Are you serious?
That's the poet has asked me to ask.
She asked, dude. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Her whole get down was right there in that little angle.
She went straight sweet pickle. She went sweet pickle with it.
Wow. Nah. I am the furthest thing from homosexual at all. Nah.
I didn't pick that up on you at all, player.
I didn't pick it up either, but she was like, "There's a tone there."
And I don't trust girl gaydar anyway. I know y'all gaydar is hard.
Maybe because I was slightly nervous at the beginning, and that my voice was kind of higher.
Okay. Hey, no, we good. And just because your voice is high don't mean you're gay. Like all gay men are like,
I don't think El DeBarge is gay. That's the most famous high voice I can think of, and I know that dude had more cooter than Nickelback's drummer. So.
No.
Shout out to El.
I just rather not deal with the stress of so many women.
So let me ask you this, dude. Do you watch a lot of porn?
Oh yeah. I stay on homegrownfreaks.net.
Okay, hold on.
Wait. What's give it again.
Getting these down.
What is it?
Homegrownfreaks.net.
Yeah. I like amateur porn.
Homegrown freaks.
What? To some degree, I do too.
You know why? Because I think people think these are amateurs. I'm going to run into this motherfucker at the Food for Less. I'm going to have a shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just for the record, we going to run into who? What was the pronoun you used? What was that?
It's a website, homegrownfreaks.net, and you also got Hood Amateurs. And this is another thing with porn.
Hood Amateurs?
I'm not sure. I don't know. For me, it's kind of racist because you got every porn site like Hood Amateurs or Hood Nut or Homegrown Freaks not really racist.
Hood
You got,
Nuts.
like Ghetto Gaggers. You know, why these people have to be black? I don't really understand that. That's my other issue with the porn industry. The racism that goes on.
Wait. Back up. I don't consider that racist because I can find some freaky stuff on Asians, freaky stuff on Latins.
That is true.
Yeah,
but still.
Dial your porn in.
Why do the black people have to be associated with the? You don't see white trash porn.
Yeah, you do.
I bet you do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me use Google then. I need to go Google.
Yeah, go white trash porn.
Somebody put DeuteronomyDykes.com. What kind of madness? Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go deeper. We got more callers. We're gonna come to you right now. 3-2. Thanks for the call, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for defending your manhood. Now, next caller, you're on.
Hey, what's going on? This is Kings out of Toronto.
What's up, King?
How you guys doing?
All right, nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah, I listen to the show all the time. Just on this topic, I just wanted to say one of the things like porn does when you're watching it in terms of being a player and whatnot is if you watch enough of it and just the format that it's coming at you in with all the boxes and after you're done with whatever, you can just exit out. Sometimes after you're done with doing what you're doing, like after a while, it's just like when you actually meet a girl that you get it in with or whatever. After a while, you might just look at her and just be like, yo, you don't really fit the standard of all these other chicks I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
So psychologically, it actually doesn't, like girls in real life, they might not really suit your fancy in the same way.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Something like that, yeah. Exactly.
Wow, that's a good point, man. I appreciate the call.
Do you think it's a bad thing?
No, I don't think it is a bad thing in a way because this is real life. These are people who are actors that put on makeup and stuff.
Right.
But obviously, if you realize if you actually want to build a real relationship and actually be happy with what you have to have a real foundation of what's real and what's not.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Well, we knew you would.
Why.
Wait, hold on. Thanks, caller, for the call. We appreciate it. Now, Jeff Brown, go deeper.
Here's why. Okay. And I'm going to give this advice.
And make it quick because I don't want that light to stop blinking.
Okay.
Go deeper.
I'm going to give this advice to any dude that dates my daughter. When you come to pick my daughter up, how you doing, Steven? Good to meet you. I'm going to need you to go in my bathroom and jack off. I'm going to need you to go jack off so you don't make no stupid decisions. Okay? I make the best. Yes, I went to the site. I make the best decisions right after I come. I make fantastic decisions.
Just clear-minded bus
I'm
off.
clear-minded. Yes, exactly.
I've just released my pepper jack cheese quotient for the day, and I am clear-minded.
My man milk is not
muscle milk.
My muscle milk works against proper decision. So I'm gonna get rid of this. So if you are dealing with a girl who you do not look at physically on the level of these girls, guess what? She has a physical disadvantage to you now. She can't. You're less cooter blind.
Is there such thing as cooter blindness?
Oh my sweet Lord, yes.
Is that the same as whipped?
No. Whipped is different.
Okay, what is cooter blind?
Cooter blind is before you get it. Okay, I'm gonna call it something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a word. There's something called OPC syndrome that women have been taken advantage of since the beginning of time.
OPC,
it's outside pussy chance syndrome. Okay, a dude will paint your house, fix your car, take you out, listen to your mess on the outside chance that he might get some cooter.
And you know what I heard? And I'm going to the caller right after I make this statement. You know what I've heard? Out a woman's mouth. Callers! If there's some females out there, call me right now. 323-965-1600. Call me right now. 323-965-1600. A female told me, you don't know? We flirt to convert.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give him any. But I flirt to pull him in, to convert him to my cause. And that's the outside pussy chance.
Dude, I have told women this.
Wow.
I have said this in public. Excuse me. Are we going to screw after this? And it's a bunch of people. Excuse me. I said, well, you acting like we are. And you're overt with it.
Wow.
I don't mind if you play with me, but you don't get to play with my dick for free.
Wow.
I don't play that. if you're not gonna give me none, quit acting like you gonna give me some, because you confusing me and my penis, and you messing up my schedule.
You know what, Kibibi and Poetess, you know what I'm feeling right now for the first time ever? I can understand how women are pressured. Because we walking around with this Billy Club, and there's a pressure. I think you know about it. Like, here come this Billy Club.
Yeah. Please. Okay, yeah. Let's get that out of the way. No guy hangs out with you that's straight for your stimulating chit chat. Okay, all the dudes who talk to you on some level want to screw you. Most of, if not all of, your male friends tried and struck out, so now they're friends. There's no okay.
That is the bull.
That's dude. Nuh-uh.
I tried with Poetess earlier. She was like, "You like young chocolate,
right?"
Don't
and
even
so
play
now
with
y'all
me.
friends. Now y'all
And
friends.
I don't even want to be friends with the Poetess. Shit.
That's hilarious. She got a string of dudes in her life that just nope. Sorry, Need to get your teeth fixed. Nope. Too many kids. Nope. And now they all friends. That's dudes hang out with dudes. Generally, we hang out with dudes. You don't hang out with girls or gay guys. That's another thing, ladies. If your boyfriend got 3 dudes that's gay that's close to him, guess who's 4th? I'm telling you. I don't hang out with 4 or 5 gay guys. Okay, maybe one of my friends is, and he ain't told us, and we don't know. But I don't have any close.
But
personal friends.
You could tell by the pink shoestrings, or by the polka dots.
Yeah, it'd be something out there.
It'd be
a little something.
The eyebrows. Something's up with the eyebrows.
Now, I like a little flash every now and then. My tired little flash. I'm from Chicago. I like a little flash. But when you come, you come a little buttery. Yeah,
a little buttery. Could you stop it? Let's go to the caller. Caller, you're on the line. Talk to us.
Hi, my name is Olivia Marie.
Hey, all right.
Nice.
Damn. We done changed our whole get down right now.
You're going to regret this. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, we're great. You?
I'm doing good. I was calling to speak for us ladies.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
As somebody who loves porn a lot, I don't think it has to be a mood thing. Some of us are like guys, and sometimes we would like to just, I don't know, as y'all call it, woo on our own.
Mm-hmm.
That's me personally. And
how much porn do you watch, and what kind of porn do you watch? Do you watch girl on girl?
Girl on girl is boring, and I don't even like girls. I mean, I've never been with a woman, so I can't say whether I like women or not. However, girl on girl porn is boring. I think the reason why a lot of people like amateur porn is because it looks normal. It looks like we can put ourselves in those shoes versus watching women like Pinky or other gentlemen like what's that man's name? His name's Gorilla.
Lexington Steele, Mr. Marcus.
Mandingo, for instance. As with amateur porn, we could say, oh, that could really happen. Versus, you seeing Pinky bent over a couch, and it just doesn't seem realistic. It seems
that can really happen.
No, bent over a couch can really happen. All you need is a couch and bend at the waist.
Right. All you got to do is join my Twitter page. Okay, but no.
No, what I'm saying is, it seems more active when you have the professional porn stars, doing it versus amateurs. It feels more real. It feels more natural versus
okay.
Yeah.
It feels versus scripted. Oh, it's time for you to turn around. Oh, it's time for you to suck my dick. It's time for you to do this.
Wow.
Okay.
I never looked at porn as really scripted like that. I fast forward to talking and
come on, man. I get to. Ain't much talking in black porn.
You can tell when you watch enough. You can tell. It's really obvious.
This is an interesting call.
No, you know what I like? I like when I'm watching professional porn, but the girl is getting it toe up so nice that she is real. That girl's not acting. She is real. This dude here.
Now that's the part of porn that I hate, is when you know that the actors are just going through the motions.
Yeah,
because you can kind of sense that.
Because if you watch her, it's like, I keep saying Pinky because she's very popular. She makes all the same noises almost every single movie. That's scripted to me. I don't.
Maybe
if
that's
I'm
just
having
how
sex,
she
I
makes
don't make
noises.
the same noise every single time because sometimes I'm feeling real big, sometimes I'm feeling real small. It just depends.
When is it that you're feeling really big? What has to happen for you to feel big?
And what's the sound you make?
Yes. Mr. White Folks, come on. What is the sound you make?
Keep both hands on the table, Doc.
If the doc puts his hands under the table, we understand what's happening.
I don't want no duck butter on my knee.
Thought you were there. Hi, doctor. How you doing?
She's saying hi to you, Doc.
She's saying hi. She hollering.
I'm doing fine. I'm blushing, but I'm still the only albino in this studio here.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, you was all right till you spoke.
No, seriously though. Let her answer that question.
No,
Seriously.
you go answer.
Question.
What is it? I mean, because
What makes you go big?
Yeah, what makes you go big, and what are the sounds that you make? I'd like to know.
Well, I'm not making the sounds because the sounds are I cannot reenact the sounds that I make when I'm climaxing. Because
Damn, I'm interested in seeing you. I mean, listen to the. I mean,
Come to my castle at once.
right? What man in his
Zoe's
right
not
mind?
kidding.
I'm serious. What man in his right mind would listen to a woman say these kind of things and not be interested to see what she looks like? It's radio. I'm tortured.
well, I'll follow you on Twitter. I'll say, hey, I'm your caller, Olivia Marie, for you.
Indeed, you ought to send me a picture of yourself.
Most
Twit pick it now.
definitely.
Send me your picture at once.
but a combination of things is the question that I don't recall POTUS answering is I can't climax without clitoral stimulation. I have. Now for the big O's, you need both. You need the inner stimulation and you need the clitoral stimulation.
So yeah.
Wow.
For the big one.
Well, that's great. You know what? You were a great caller and you were great fun. Thanks for having fun with us and joking with us. I appreciate
thank
it.
you
Should I
for
put
calling.
out?
Thank you.
Yeah. This one for
is
you,
good.
Doc. This gonna help you.
We got another caller though, Jeff.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
We don't-
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, honey.
Okay.
I fooled you, Jeff.
This may help you because you kind of, little bone popped out. You say, I gather that you never put a woman to sleep. I'm gonna give you Jeff Brown move number 27. It's called the give and go. Okay. Foreplay goes like it goes, right? Then you go down on this woman. And I'm gonna grant you. I don't know what your go down skills are. I'm gonna grant you that. But okay.
I get lightheaded.
Oh, you get lightheaded. See, yeah. Wow, man. So my work is cut out. All right. Well, just as this woman starts to come, then you jump up and dig for gold right then. Sweet Lord. I mean, go at it. Go at it like this is the last vagina, and here comes the Gestapo to take it away. I am telling you, dude, that's called the give and go. You put that one in your pocket, and you try it out. Come back and show.
Well, you know what? Some women might disagree.
Hey, Jeff.
Go ahead,
Yes,
Mark.
sir.
I've been there, done that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Mr.
All right.
White.
Well, all right, man. Well, it sounds like maybe you ain't giving and going with it because you told me, you ain't never put no girl to sleep. I'm trying to help you to without a sedative to put it to.
But let me ask Khabibi. Khabibi, can a woman be satisfied without being put to sleep? Jesus.
Well,
Have you been satisfied and not knocked out?
the objective is to get knocked out.
Woo! Wow! Go be honest with it.
Damn. Have you ever been knocked out? I mean, it's only natural.
Yeah, that dude she talking about, Day knocked her
Day
ass out.
knocked it
Every time. And he act like it ain't nothing good.
She still
Day-Day-
got Day-Day's page.
Day put his cigarette out like, you know what? He gonna knock this out,
Day-Day.
He gonna tear this
I mean,
thing.
a lot of times, I like to have these kind of conversations because I think so much of what we do, in the intimate space is taboo, but then the media on top of that taboo is still putting it out, but we still never really discuss and go into depth and really try to find each other and connect and find where we are and where we can meet,
Too much water is bad, okay? Too much milk is bad.
What?
Too much porno can be bad, but porno itself is not.
Doc, how can too much porno be bad? Talk to me.
Well, because when when in your free moments you're thinking more about getting to the porno than getting to your partner, it's bad.
Okay.
Wow.
No, that don't happen.
Unless your partner happens to be in porn.
Let me ask you this. This is an element that we haven't covered, and I want to cover it after I come back from break. Because I believe, and callers call me right now, and ladies continue to call. And if you have anything on your mind that you want to discuss and talk about, you can call us right now at 323-965-1600. But this is an element of porn that, what about violence towards women? I mean, that ghetto gagger is violent. And then they got Latino gaggers. They got all kind of, they got the white girl, throat bashers or whatever it is. I think, if not taken in its proper context, can then begin to teach and send out a message that being violent toward a woman turns me on. Because it's in the sex space. You understand? So, I mean, they got women choking until they throw up. They make sure they feed them so that when they get there, they can throw up.
Well, that's a dude that's got control and power issues.
But these are big things.
Okay.
And then remember, what about this anal sex thing that's going crazy? And a lot of people are, especially porn stars, they get in the anal situation to the point that they got to get, what is the surgery to get a new booty hole? What is that?
New booty hole surgery.
I work above the neck.
That's the way they describe it at Kaiser Permanente. Hey, come on in, ma'am.
I think the surgery is called plug and play.
Okay, we've looked at the. No, I was going somewhere with a really good joke, Doc, and you just jumped in with that bullshit. All right, the doctor got to put your chart up on the wall. Yes, ma'am. You've had
okay.
You've had a lot of anal sex, ma'am, and there's no other way around this. There's no prosthesis. There's no medicine. We're gonna have to perform new booty hole surgery. That's exactly what the doctor said. You need new booty hole surgery.
But what I'm saying is, when you see that in the context of a movie, in the context of porno, does that promote, say, a rapist mentality?
No. You're talking about, this isn't just porno. This is the whole issue of violence in film, violence in TV, violent video games, and I think really, it's kind of in the mind of the beholder. I mean, there are some people who will just say, well, if I see that, then it's possible, and I'm just going to do that. And other people say, well, that's just fantasy. That's just entertainment. And I think it just depends on the person watching it, how much they'll see it as something they should try versus just something they're watching and being entertained by.
Right, but a big deal is that guys are trying to emulate what they see in the film. If I for the first time see a girl gagging and I get turned on by that, I'm going to come to my woman and be like, hey, you want to try to get it all in this time? Can't you see what she did with it?
We'll see it now, and you know what?
She took it all the way back.
Now you're in danger of what Chris Rock was talking about. You can't get permission with sex. Excuse me. No, that is not the way to come to a girl.
And maybe we'll do this and then come back. How do you get your woman to do some of the things on the screen? When we come back, the So What Morning Show. We'll be back at 2.2 after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, So What Morning Show back in the building. 323-965-1600 is the number to dial. If you want to participate, call us. Let us know what you think about our topics that we're covering. We're going to spend a few more minutes on this porn get down, and then we're going to shift to, this argument in Congress right now about gun laws. So call us right now and let us know what's cracking, what's on your mind, how you feel. 323-965-1600 is the number to dial. So, as I left, right, we were talking about porn and violence towards women, and is this creating a culture where men are turned on by reenacting the act of rape? I think a lot of the violence in the ghetto gagger films and that kind of stuff, it perpetuates that kind of mentality. My thing is, when does it cross the line? Like, when is some porn just too much? I've never really saw bestiality. I've seen maybe like a clip, and I was like, oh, no, what is that?
Oh, dude.
You know how they try to fool you and look like she getting down with a man, and then you pull out and then there's a tail. Whoa! Where did I?
Funny. Why is that man whining?
Oh, God. Come on, Jeff. The man is the lassie whine.
Timmy's caught in the well, but that's not what I'm whining about right now.
Okay, I've had enough. All right. Enough with the porn. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Right. Jesus. Call us right now, 323-965-1600. We're going to shift the topic. Let's talk about the gun laws.
Okay.
Now, you remember what happened before Christmas. And I have to always preface this statement. Nobody wants to see any kids get killed. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to participate in that in any way, shape, or form. It's heartbreaking all the way around. We send our love and shout out, to the families who have to live with this hole and this void in their lives because they lost their children. But why is it, in my opinion, there's always a sense of emergency and immediacy and a knee-jerk reaction legislatively in this country? I'm not saying the law shouldn't be refined to such a degree, but sometimes I just think, maybe it's the conspiracy theorist in me. Sometimes I just think that things just don't happen in a happenstance kind of way. No. Oh, that guy was crazy, so he just went off and started killing people.
That's what Dr. Phil was talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Like even the black sniper. A black sniper? That in itself is end of the world kind of freakishness. Because where was all the black people when we found out that it was a black dude? What was our collective sigh, our collective sentiment? Like, what?
What? Are you kidding?
A brother? Sniping people randomly? So again...
Yeah, we don't usually kill. We usually are very goal-oriented with our killing.
Right. I'm always on this Jason Bourne asset kind of dude that's out there. Was like for instance, there's the conspiracy around the 9/11 thing,
Oh, that's so obvious.
So again, my thing is, was this kind of set up just so they can push in a new set of laws that take away more civil liberties? I don't know. Jesse Ventura made the same argument. Alex Jones makes the same argument. I'm not trying to be a rabble-rouser, but
yes, you are.
Damn, do you see how fervent this argument is? Dr. Mark, what do you think about it?
I think when something awful happens, the first thing is you try to protect yourself, and then you feel you can't protect yourself, and then the second thing is you want to retaliate. So we're in a retaliatory thing, and the key is once that passes, can you come together and think of an actual solution that can be implemented? But what happens is after people get past trying to protect themselves right after a trauma and then retaliating against whoever did it, it kind of goes away, and then nothing happens. And and the challenge is, how do you keep it alive? And you come up with a conversation that actually makes sense to both sides. Mm-hmm. But as time passes, people get back to their lives, and it becomes another news item that we put in our collective unconscious, and we move on. But I think the real challenge is to get past the get even and move ahead thing, and we don't know how to do that.
Dr. Mark, can you imagine the baggage that is contained? And I'm not talking about the world. I'm just talking about American society. Can you imagine the baggage that is contained in our collective unconscious?
Well, say more about baggage. Go deeper.
Baggage in terms of unresolved, unworked out things. Like you said, we move on. You know what I mean? We just move on. Life has a tendency to just drag you on. Okay, that happened, and you're still wallowing, but life is still pulling and moving and going,
See you tomorrow morning at 8.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Part of the challenge, and this will be the whatever moment, but too many people get past things, but people don't get over things.
Right, that is the real.
But as soon as they get past things, they don't want to be reminded of it. In fact, when people get traumatized, I just heard the number of 349 suicides in the armed forces. And, there's more soldiers killing themselves than are dying at the war, in the last number of years. And I think what happens is when people are traumatized, even in the Newtown thing, what happens is it shakes your world upside down, and you don't even know how you make it past it. You think you're either going to get killed or you're going to go crazy. And then when you make it past it, what happens is you avoid it. You avoid it because you think the next time it happens, you're going to fall apart and you're going to go crazy and never come back. And so there's this collective idea to get all hot and bothered initially, but then we all try to move past it, but we never really get over it. And that's, I think that'd be a challenge that we all should meet.
Wow, that's a great point. Let me ask you, the whole panel, this, and everybody, I want everybody to answer this for me. Is America the most dangerous country in the world just to live in on an everyday basis?
No.
I mean, I just want to think about it. Everybody give their opinion. Jeff Brown?
By far not. By far
Why not, sir?
Because there are underdeveloped and third world countries that are far more dangerous on a daily basis to live in. With the
dangerous, like not having medicine to cure the common cold, or
dangerous like the government is literally sending soldiers to wipe out your village tomorrow.
Right.
There's plenty of that.
Right. But what happens when we see the stat that says the death rate in Chicago was higher than the death rate of the Afghanistan war?
What happens with that is that that's actually propaganda. You
don't believe that's real?
No, I don't. I believe that when they count the Afghanistan war, they're again counting our flesh.
That's right.
They're counting our flesh, which is
that's a good point.
And there's a premium first put on white flesh and then put on American flesh. So when you talk about who hasn't died, you ain't talking about us.
So there's still racism in war.
Oh, are you kidding me? Well, there's more classism in it than there is racism, but yes.
Go deeper.
When I was in the Marines, so that, let me stop your typing out there with regard to my patriotism. I put my ass on the line for your gas already. When I was in the Marines, the one thing that I had in common as an enlisted man with 99% of the others was, one, I didn't have straight A's in school, and two, my parents weren't wealthy. If either one of those was true, I probably wouldn't be here. Because what my society is saying is that if you don't have money to offer or brains to offer, we gonna need some flesh.
Wow. Khabibi?
I definitely don't think we live in the most dangerous country. I think sometimes you take a look at the front page of the news and we don't have to worry necessarily about a bomb going off right next door. Something happening unexpectedly to us. That's something we haven't had to worry about. And I think some of these recent tragedies have brought that to light for many of us, that that's not something we've had to worry about as Americans.
Wow. Dr. Mark?
Don't you think also that the world is kind of fascinated with what goes on in America and celebrity and all that. And so what happens, and a lot of times, just when you're looking up to someone, the jealousy and the envy, you actually wish bad things to happen to them because you feel of how little you have compared to them. And that's only human. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. And so I think what happens is when these things happen in America, the world, and maybe this is the propaganda, likes to throw it up. See, America isn't such a great country. See, you're looking up to them, and look what's going on with them. But I agree with Jeff that there are some countries where horrendous things are happening.
On a regular.
I mean, you talked about the 22 people who were killed in the last 11 days in Chicago. There are some places in this world where 22 people were killed during our show.
Wow. And how many of those people that were killed during our show were killed by American forces?
No, I'm just talking worldwide.
I just had to bring that up because a lot of people...
Man's inhumanity to man is just, it's getting worse. I was in a group that I attend every week, and we're just trying to figure it out. And the leader of it, kind of a religious fellow, he said, dignity is extinct.
That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Go deeper.
He was just talking about that. What's happened is, and he was actually talking about how we've become. And he's not a prissy person. He's just wise. He said we've become vulgar. Now it's one thing to go there and be entertained by it and whatever, but gee, vulgar is it's kind of it's and he used the word, it's unbecoming.
Wow.
Yeah, we become Sumerians.
And you know what's so important about this particular conversation is because one of our greatest leaders and, an ambassador for peace was killed, and that was Martin Luther King, and today's his birthday. When we start thinking about gun violence, it's really a part of American history. America was built on the backs of Smith & Wesson.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of who we are. It's inbred into the Constitution.
I don't think the guns are the problem.
But that's what I'm saying. What happens in America is that we believe our system of legislation, right, of laws, and, we're quick to say, oh, yeah, well, it's not a perfect system, but it doesn't stop us from really trying to refine it and check it. You know what I mean? We just create more laws. But what you fail to realize, the more laws you create, the more criminals you create.
Say more about that.
Here, for instance, you take the marijuana law. As soon as you say it's illegal, then a whole crop of people who aren't technically criminals become criminals.
I was criminal last night.
But you understand what I'm saying? And you know what? We just say it's illegal because it's illegal. So the people who have cancer, who might need some marijuana to create an appetite for themselves so that they can eat and hold foods down, are now criminals. So guess what? We don't address the mental health issue of it. We address the legislative portion of it. But in doing so, we attack the constitutional aspect of it that says we get to take up arms. So again, you'll have an uprising of people who say, well, wait a minute, you're actually eroding what makes America America, and that is the Constitution of the United States, right?
I want to put a plug in for an organization that I feel blessed to have found out about. It's called Life Adjustment Team. You can go there, lifeadjustmentteam.com. The greatest shortcoming in mental health, drug and alcohol, and we're kind of victims of it because many of the shootings were done by people who relapsed. The record for preventing relapse or lessening it is appalling. It's and I've lived with that for 35 years, and I've perpetrated some of that because sometimes you'll meet with people, you'll discharge them from the hospital, and they're all behaving themselves nice, and within an hour they're arguing in the car, and the kid who has to take meds is thinking, well, my mom's crazy, she's the one who needs them, and we do very little. And this life adjustment team, who I'm trying to support for 35 years, has prevented relapses because their work starts when someone is discharged, and they know there's so much conflict in families that they literally go out and they take these people to their doctor's appointment. They literally go out wherever they're living, wherever they're bunkered, teach them how to communicate, and they don't have all the conflicts that you see with a lot of families. But when people go back to their families, those things are kind of toxic, and so I'm trying to help the world be aware that we need to fill the cracks that humanity falls through, and a lot of what we're talking about is even the legislation. Even where is the follow through? Where's the sticking with anything important before it becomes boring and it's time to move on to the next big event? Well, because of technology, everything has a shelf life of about a half-life.
Absolutely.
Remember back in the day before pre-internet, it was 15 minutes of fame. Now it's more like 15 seconds of fame. You get your heat on and then you're gone. I mean, remember Flavor Flav was the biggest thing on VH1 for a minute. Now where is he? Nobody knows. So it's a really, really short span you have before this high-speed lifestyle we're living moves you on to the next thing. So my question is, just like porn, do you think we can be overstimulated by all of the things that are available to us right now? I mean, via the media, via technology. And how do we really sit down and nail it out and nail down like a course of action to really make this country better when, okay, this was the big story and now it ain't the big story no more and we're on to the next thing and we really didn't get the resolution we were looking for? We just, did a patch job just to get us from this moment to the next.
You have to unplug.
That's a great point. Go deeper into unplugging, everybody.
For me, I'm very careful about what I'm looking at and where my brain is when I look at it.
Do you do the same for your kids?
Oh, are you kidding me? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I just got half custody of my kids. So they're at my house for a week. We have lots of family stuff. When we sit down and eat, we have something called the pit and the peak. That's where everybody tells about the pit of their day and the peak of their day.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
There is time. It's called no-tron time. Anything that plugs up or needs a battery is off limits for 2 hours a day. For 2 hours, you got to figure out something else to do. You got to bounce a ball. You can read a book.
You can pop lock.
You can do whatever you want.
Boogaloo, whatever it is.
Whatever. And I think having those things in place, they don't cure where my children are going, but they can't say that they didn't have this other avenue available to them.
Right.
And that's about all you can do.
Khabibi?
I think that's a good point to unplug, but I also think that, we're at a point in society where we have a choice on what to do with all of this technology. And it can be used in a very positive sense or it can be used very negatively. It's a connecting point. It can be a beautiful connecting point. And one example I'll share is, I contribute to a gratitude circle every day. I don't even know some of these people, but we are connected by text.
That's
every
awesome.
morning, everyone sends a list of the things that they're grateful for. You couldn't accomplish that.
How did they get connected with your gratitude circle? I think this is awesome. I need to connect. Let's go.
I don't know if you want to know some stuff I'm grateful for.
Right. But seriously.
If you email me and you're interested, I'll write you in. But it's a dedication. It's these people are committed to every day writing a list.
So what you saying?
Would you mind giving your email out right now? Because I believe proactivity is what we need.
lifeonsprings@gmail.com.
Lifeonsprings@gmail.com. And what did you call it?
It's a gratitude circle.
A gratitude circle.
So no matter what's going on in your day, at some point you stop and you think about what you're thankful for. It could be the smallest thing. I mean, I see things on the list like I'm grateful for the ice cream I just ate to I'm grateful that I just got a job I've been hoping for.
I want to grow that. Let's grow that. Everybody who's listening, everybody who's going to download this show, everybody who's going to put it in your iPad, on your iPod, please connect to lifeonsprings
@gmail.com
with the express purpose to join this gratitude circle. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it out of proportion.
I don't think that's what Kibibi really wanted to do. Did you see the old shit look on her face? Oh my God!
I'm thankful for waffles.
You done just
the waffle.
You done just turned my beautiful parlor into a public toilet in the New York subway. People gonna be in here grateful for bullshit.
I'm thankful for the 11 herbs and spices KFC done came with.
It's a great way to be honest.
I'm grateful my baby daddy picked up this other boy that ain't his today and took them all out.
Whatever you're grateful for, you should always express it.
Wow. I mean, because who would disagree with me right here? Is America a very fearful society?
No, of course.
Absolutely.
And I think fear, not only is it a lie, but fear perpetuates a kind of reality, a kind of paranoid reality that, in my belief, is a limiter, right? It's a governor that prevents people from really experiencing the true and best authentic parts of themselves, right?
The government is fear brokers. Are you kidding?
No. When I say governor, I'm talking about the definition of the word.
Yes,
meaning
I feel you.
the limiter aspect.
I don't think it's a fearful thing. I think what it is America, and the rest of the world sees us this way. America seems very entitled, disappoints easily, and then the fear is, oh my God, this feels so awful. What am I going to do about it?
So you're saying we're a bunch of brats?
Yes.
That's what I heard.
That too.
Yeah, I think we are, and I think what's wonderful about what Kibibi's doing is when you feel gratitude, because I often do some programs for companies to try and move them to a positive level. When people start talking about who they're grateful to, they start crying. And when you ask the person who's crying most, and they're crying from gratitude, I mean, they're just telling a story about someone and they're reliving it. What's fascinating, because we go back to this, are we missing something in this world? When I ask those people, do you have any pains in your body? Neck pain, back pain, leg pain? And they say yes, and at the moment that they're crying with gratitude, I say, can you feel any pain? They say no. They say, I know it's there, but I can't feel my back pain. I can't feel my leg pain. And I think part of it is that when you're feeling really grateful, the scientist in me, I think what it does is it releases something called endorphins. And it's like a big internal morphine rush. And there's no better way to do that than to be grateful and feel it. And what's even icing on the cake is if you can think of who you're grateful to, is to contact them and let them know about that.
Let me go deeper into that, Doc. Can the endorphins that the brain releases, right, can thought work, positive thought, deliberate positive thought work like a light switch that turns on the release of these endorphins?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been also talking to people about the difference between looking, watching, seeing, and noticing. When you notice stuff, you're present. So a few nights ago, I was having dinner with my wife and a couple of kids, and they were talking about something. I had no idea what they were talking about, and if I interrupted them, they would have lost kind of what they were talking about. And sometimes I can act a little bit, feisty and look at my iPhone, which is kind of rude. But instead, I said, I'm just going to notice. And I started noticing the way they were talking to each other and what they listened to and what they smiled about. And it was not judgmental at all. And I was just noticing it. And it was interesting because afterwards, and I didn't say a word, my wife said, that was a pretty good dinner. And I think if we start to notice things beyond what we need immediately, we'll all start to be present in each other's life, and then people won't feel so alone and disconnected.
You know what's so interesting about this entire conversation, to bring it all back into context? We're talking about the psyche, and it's just 4 people in here from 4 different walks of life that's talking about the psyche of American life. So as it pertains to guns and violence, not all Americans are violent. Not all Americans own guns. Not all Americans seek to buy a gun. Not all Americans want to participate in that kind of experience. However, to bring it all the way back, this is the type of dialogue that we should have across the country so we can get a better understanding of why certain events happen in our lives, I think, before we do the knee-jerk reaction to create a law right now.
Yeah, well, we got a critic. I see a critic of me on that. I got to read this. It says, Doc, I love you, but come on.
I think about positivity a lot, but reality and perception are different. Go deeper.
No, I think they are, and I think, but I think what you choose to notice. The main reason I'm saying notice something, or as Kibibi says, notice what you're grateful about and feel it, is that you're not running around trying to spackle the cracks in you from someone else. Oh. So when you can just notice and focus on something that's going right, it enables you to be centered. Because if you're not centered, you're running around trying to fix something inside yourself, and then you're running into other people trying to do the same thing, and then relationships are chaos. Yeah,
weatherproofing.
That's right.
You guys heard of that, right? Weatherproofing.
No, say more about that.
Where when you weatherproof a home, you're walking around the home looking for little cracks to fill in. Now, when you weatherproof your relationship, this becomes a critical action, where you're critiquing your partner, looking for cracks in their personality so you can fill in those cracks in order to feel safer, in order to feel more comfortable. However, the problem is weatherproofing only works from the inside. It doesn't work from you going out, especially in your intimate relationship, because your partner might not receive or even believe that what you saw as a crack is a crack in their personality. So that's where it gets a little dicey. That's interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if that whole thing with weatherproofing a relationship, I don't know if I see it as that bad a thing because of the way
you don't mind your wife?
No, and here's why. Because I think that this is what a relationship truly is on its core level when it's right.
Let's go deeper.
Here is my bucket of crap.
Go home.
There is your bucket of crap.
Right.
We're going to put these 2 buckets together and try to get down the road. Now, the problem becomes when you hiding some crap or you know it's some crap down this road that we gonna have to pick up that you're not honest with me about. The whole concept is supposed to be put all our crap together and see how much of this crap can we go through, and we'll keep that. Well,
So the crap bucket has to be clear. It has to be a transparent crap bucket.
Yes. Can't be no secrets in here. Yeah. Can't be, this your shit and my shit. Where does chicken shit come from?
I love that. The transparent crap bucket.
It's a transparent crap bucket. We're going to go through here and go, okay, dude, this desire.
So to come back, is America's crap bucket transparent?
Absolutely not.
And is it because it can't be for national security purposes?
No, we can't. America's crap will never, ever be on a level ground until America starts looking at her ancestors' sins. Until we start there, you can. It doesn't matter what you put in a glass if it's got shit in the bottom.
Can a politician really be introspective and philosophical and I mean, I don't see them as that. What is it? 90% of the politicians on the Hill, in Capitol Hill, are lawyers. They're bred to win, right? That's what a lawyer is. He's bred to win. He's not bred to lose.
Until it's all been dude, we're gonna have to start from scratch. We're gonna have to get a society where the true people that work for the people don't have that many perks. Okay, what happens if you took all the perks from the senators and from the congressmen and made them live like teachers? How many of them would still do that job?
Wow.
Okay, that's until you do something like that.
So now you're saying the government is workable now because the people that want those jobs are actually doing the jobs they were sent there to do.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And are not being perked. They're not being propped up by other interests. They're really here to get there. And we will never get there working with this Constitution, with this dollar bill.
You think the Constitution is the problem, or the people who are trying to reinterpret it?
I think the concept of Western civilization is the issue. The concept of capitalism, that it's vulgar to say that there's enough money. I think that's a problem. I think I'm talking about some getting hit by a meteor type shit is what it's going to take to change all of this. This is way too corrupt.
Is this some end of the world religious stuff?
No, I'm not a religious dude at all.
What I think Jeff's saying, he was saying a few minutes ago, is until they feel what other people's lives are like, until they feel what it's like to not have the health insurance issues of everyone else, until they feel what it's like to not have the security that if you serve one term you get paid for the rest of your life, until they feel what the people they're representing feel and live, they're really not going to make any progress. And I think what Jeff is saying, there's something in the Constitution that perpetuates this whole system and this structure where you get to represent people without knowing them.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, I get that, Doc, and I feel you, but I think it goes even further. It doesn't matter who or what these people know, who they know, what they could possibly learn, what they could possibly achieve, all needs to be in the same bucket that gets thrown out. I don't care until they see certain things certain ways, until they injects hope. I have absolutely no hope or faith in the present system that we work in, because it has constantly failed.
Now, something I co-founded with a wonderful woman called Heartfelt Leadership. If you go to heartfeltleadership.com, or if you happen to be on LinkedIn, if you join the Heartfelt Leadership group, and our tagline is Daring to Care. What's kind of interesting, if you go into LinkedIn, which is a very business-like thing, at our group, we have about 580 members. Nobody's allowed to sell, self-promote, name drop, or try to impress people.
Wow.
And I'm the manager, so I kick it out. And so what's happening is what's left is people are starting to reach out. I need some help with this. What do you think about this kind of leadership stuff? Because I have tons of stuff to promote, and I don't promote anything on that site. And so we're trying to make this kind of like an oasis in the middle of the internet at the biggest business site around.
Wow.
And if you go to Heartfelt Leadership on LinkedIn, their group, Heartfelt Leadership.
I joined
group.
it, right? You got me in there,
Yeah,
right?
I think you
Okay,
did.
cool.
The conversations are just, and heartfelt isn't mushy. I mean, a heartfelt leader is someone who stands up for you when you can't, stands by you in a crisis, won't let you fail, and stands up to you in private, pushes you to do what you don't think you're capable of, and stops you from doing something foolish.
Wow.
So that's heartfelt. It's not mushy. It's strong and caring. That's why
It's a supportive thing. I
Absolutely.
can, you know, let's do this really quickly because we're getting down to the meat and potatoes, to the end of this show. What I'd like to do is go back to our original topic and ask just one quick question. Please keep your answers short, because this was a very, very poignant question in regards to porn and its effect on our relationships. About, you know, redesigning the woman and the way she gets down, right? And a friend of mine just wrote this question. He says, has porn oppressed women, right? Or has it actually helped to liberate them sexually? And when I think of that, I think of Nicki Minaj. I think of Little Kim, Foxy Brown, where it's brought this brazen sexuality out. It's like the modern day Josephine Baker kind of situation. Like, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. So has those images brought about a new kind of liberation or a new kind of objectification, or both? Kibibi?
I'm going to say both. I think that women have always been sexually liberated in their own circle. We weren't necessarily talking across the gender lines about it, but, you know, women have always expressed their sexuality or talked to their closest girlfriends or family members about how to make things better in the bedroom.
And is that a problem? Triangulation? That's another show. Dr. Mark?
I agree with Kibibi. I think it's both. It objectifies them, but on the other hand, it kind of liberates them. The only concern I have is our society's is almost too liberated, in that people are so liberated that they think the world should cater to them, and they become too brazen, and that's why society is having a problem it's having.
Wow. Mark? Jeff?
I don't know that. I think we're giving porno way too much credit.
Really?
I do. I think what has porno done on a blah blah blah.
It did something to Kirk Franklin.
I was just happy to find. Everybody was. He's addicted to porn. Was I the only one wanting to know what type? Okay. Wow. Yeah. What type of porn is he addicted to? If it's chicks, whew, that's a relief. Okay. I was the only one there?
You just saying, what are you saying about
What
Kirk?
are
you saying?
I'm saying that if...
What are your suspicions? What are you implying?
Well, you know me. I come straight up the street.
Well, come up the street then.
I'm
right on the corner. Come up the street.
I don't throw the rock and hide the hand.
Well,
I'm saying, Kurt, dude, we thought you was a sweet pickle. Okay,
you thought it was dude love involved?
It could be. Okay, that gospel.
Because here's the thing.
Gospel's big with that.
Right. Because here's the thing. Most choir directors
are fruity as sweet as Christmas cookies. Yeah, yeah. It's like a haven for gay guys. And here's my point. Look, gay guys, don't
sweet as Christmas cookies.
Oh my God. Hey, okay. Here's what I don't understand. I know this is a tangent, but I don't understand this about black Christians. God is not, if that's your playbook. And again, I'm just using, I'm Tom Landry taking Bear Bryant's playbook, okay? In this playbook, God is not he's a little foggy about what color car you should drive. But he's really, really clear about the man-on-man thing.
About the sweet pickle love.
The sweet pickle thing. He is not down this dude here. So how do you dudes do this and still use this playbook? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I got you. That's another show. So let's do it really quickly. Kibibi, Twitter, give it to us right now. Where can they get you?
At Life on Springs.
There we go. Doc?
GetRealInfluence.com and HeartfeltLeadership.com.
Jeff?
Just hit me on Facebook, or I'm probably going to be at your mama's house.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Text ZO to 90210. Once again, text ZO to 90210. You'll get all of my social media experience. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, calling in, and participating. This is what we do. It's an open forum. We don't have all the answers, but we love to hear from you and connect to everybody here on the panel. And if you have more questions, hit us right, in the direction that we gave you. And I appreciate you all. Whoa, next week's show is going to be a monster. Jesus. It's going to be crazy. So I see you guys next Tuesday. So What Morning Shows. We out. Dude.